This truck spent its whole life, it's a one owner, came all the way from Arizona. This guy, he was an older guy. He bounced it off of probably every pole in Arizona. But man, you guys are gonna fix it up. It's gonna look awesome.
So doors, this door, that door is going to be replaced. Fender's going to be replaced. This door right here is going to be replaced, and I will be fixing the corner here. This is the real selling factor here, guys. Look at this. 130,000 miles. The truck is in excellent shape. Clearly there's no rust. But welcome back. Thank you guys so much for stopping by on another episode on the channel. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and continue our journey with the gasser build. I've never done a gas build on my channel. This is a 5.3 liter. I rescued it before it went to auction when it was at the dealership. I paid $7,500 for the truck. It's a double cab, short bed. And if you watched the previous video, I purchased this truck and went straight to the salvage yard, bought 3 doors that were the same exact body color as this, so I don't have to do any body work or painting. But either way, I asked you guys in the comments, should I go with an OE bumper or a off-road bumper? And a lot of you guys said off-road bumper. And actually, it was a good call, because I went online desperately looking for a paint match bumper for this truck, just a stock bumper. And I did find a couple, but unfortunately, the cheapest one that I could find was $1,000. Well, I just skipped all the drama. Here we go. I picked up, I don't even know who this company is. It doesn't really matter. It was only 500 bucks. Found it on eBay. It's fully outfitted with lights, but there was a couple YouTube videos on this, plus a few reviews and some pictures. So I think it's gonna look good on this truck, but stay with me, watch till the end. I really want you guys to let me know in the comments your opinion, yay or nay. But we do have a legit rough country rear bumper for this truck, although the rear bumper on this thing looks really good. Still in great shape. But then again, I'm kind of struggling because my wife recently hit the back end of my truck. I don't mean to call her out, but it did get me thinking, should I just go ahead and put the off-road bumper on the back of this truck? But you can't have one without the other. I guess we might as well go ahead and just put both bumpers on this one. But so far, without all the stuff you're seeing here, I'm close to $10,000, and we have a sweet rough country tonneau cover, which, by the way, I do sell on my website. I just want to let you guys know that the idea really is to try to build this truck with all the parts that I offer on the website. But no performance mods today in this video. I just want to make this thing complete so I can actually drive it and enjoy it. I'm going to leave this a to be continued. I'm not going to show you guys these big giant tires. In order to clear these big girls, I'm going to need an off-road bumper. I'm sorry to keep you waiting on this, but something else came down, so I have to wait on revealing the tires and wheels to you. But there they are. But again, watch till the end. Stay with me. Let me know what you guys think about this cheap $500 eBay bumper that I picked up. I personally think I'm going to like it, but who knows, I might be sadly disappointed. Well, I guess it's time to unbox my $500 off-road bumper. And I gotta say, I'm hearing good things about it. I'm pumped about this. Hopefully it installs quick. I know the last one took me and the guys quite a bit of time. Oh, nice. I guess you get what you pay for. It's not very solid, but let's see what it looks like. Let's go ahead and unwrap everything. All right, so that's it. Maybe not in that order. I think I got them backwards or upside down or something, but you guys get the idea. 3 pieces plus brackets. You know, believe it or not, this kit is fairly complete. I mean, we have all the hardware we need. I think we're good to go. Also, the LED light bars, what I'd like to do is toggle them with the factory fog lights. So wherever that wiring harness is, where'd you go? There it is right there. Somehow retrofit that wiring harness from the OE bumper to simply just connect here. I think that's gonna be a home run. And all we have to do is turn on everything with a switch. not too bad. I mean, chintzy thin metal. It's not a solid piece, but it's going to give me plenty of clearance to clear those huge tires that I'm going to be putting on this truck. But either way, let's go ahead and keep going. I got to start putting brackets on, and hopefully this works out. All right, so I went ahead and just started wiring things. I used the factory wiring harness from the other bumper. But what if I plugged it in now? I guess it's that button. Let's see here. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's on. It's definitely on. Look at that. How cool is that? Oh, they're bright too. Very, very nice. Look at that. It works. This is where two people come in, where you can sort of see what you're doing, at the same time line it up and tighten it. That's all right. Let's see where we're at. Got some hired help. Yeah, this is gonna take two people because I cannot get this thing right. But I don't know, it looks a little funny. I just can't wait to finally get the lift kit on here. I said it, yep, lift kit. I gotta get a lift kit on here in order to clear those huge tires. So you're gonna have to watch the next video. Hopefully I can get this done for you guys, but as you guys can tell, we're way off here. And then on this side, we're closer, and I don't want to make this perfect. I actually don't even want the fender line to be lined up with this, because once we put the big wheels on, it's going to give me a little bit more clearance for those tires. Because again, if this is flush, I guarantee you, I'm 100% sure I'm going to rub there. Looks a little funny, but bear with me, guys. We got to get the grill on too. I'm just snugging these in. I just want to get it somewhat close on.
Oh wow.
Isn't that neat? So I just used the factory light switch inside the cab. Dude, they're bright.
And you got the power of the sun.
Whew. Yeah, that worked out nicely. This is definitely worth 500 bucks. I mean, it's already all, lights are all built in. I'm just gonna say right now, the condensation that's gonna build up in these lights are probably gonna be very possible. Well, not bad. Looks like she's got buck teeth right now, but that's okay. Like I said, it's gonna fill out. I would say this side's pretty evened up. It looks good. Of course, you guys saw there, I had to trim some of that inner fender just so it didn't protrude past the front bumper. But overall, not too bad. But this is as straight as I'm going to get it. I didn't want the ranch hand. I usually do ranch hand bumpers on everything that I build, but I wanted to try something a little bit more sleek. I just kind of wish that the front bumper would line up a little bit better on this side. So this is the rear bumper. Looks like it's gonna come with all your brackets. We'll put it up here for now. Look at that, this is gonna look good. It's gonna look really good. So we have the pods for mounting the lights. And we have the side steps, which is pretty cool. And we have, I believe that's where you're gonna install the lock for your spare tire. I've always been really impressed with their lighting in super high quality. I know I don't ever have to worry about an issue. They won't fog up, just good lights. And look how flush that sits. It's gonna look so nice. You can retain your parking sensors. This truck doesn't have it. One thing I didn't mention, which I could probably work, but yeah, the guy backed into something, obviously. I mean, this dude, I don't know how this happened. I mean, let me know it in the comments, seriously, but how do you get identical sides with literally the same exact dent? I mean, here's the driver's side, and here is the passenger side. Look at that. Interesting, huh? I know he's an older guy, so maybe he didn't see very well. But, I mean, when I replaced these doors, it was literally all across, all the way up to about here. Also, the whole front fender was whacked. That's why I put a different front fender on this. So bumper's installed, and I gotta say, it looks way better than the front. It actually looks better than the factory bumper. I was a little nervous doing this instead of just keeping the rear bumper on this truck, because it was clean, it was nice. But at the end of the day, we gotta match bumpers. So we can't just go off-road bumper in the front and stock bumper in the rear, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I'm sure some of you guys are gonna ask me this question. I'm not installing this yet because I'm gonna need an extender. It's not gonna reach. I think I'm about 3 inches off, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get a quick plug-in extender just to move that a little further. And I know you guys can't see it, but there's 2 bolts right here, 10 millimeter. I'm simply gonna go ahead and just bolt them there, and we are good to go. We're done. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. That looks awesome. Also, I'm not wiring the rear LED rough country lights, only because we're removing this bumper again, because we got to do the body work. We have to remove the bed, but it's all simple, quick connect, plug and play. It's so easy to install those lights. I'm actually thinking about not even running these on a toggle and running them directly to the reverse lights once we get everything done. I think that would be a little bit cleaner. I think it'd be better just to use them for what they're purpose for, and that would be reverse lights for sure. But it'll look much better once we get the lift kit on there and the wheels. I think it's gonna really set it off. Last but not least, let's go ahead and throw a tonneau cover on this thing to see how all of this looks, and then we'll go ahead and pull it outside. As you guys saw, I did slap on a tonneau cover. Now this tonneau cover came off of my Duramax. My favorite type of tonneau cover is a trifold. I don't like the roll-ups, but there's not a lot of affordable options out there where you can use your entire bed. This one you can, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Absolute game changer. And since I'm gonna use my Duramax more than the gasser, I think it's only appropriate that I put that on there. So let me unbox it. Let me show you guys how it installs. I'm so pumped to show this to you. This will go for a 17 to a, actually I think it'll go from a 14 to 19. I can't remember the year, but oh yeah, I'll leave a link in the description. This is what you're gonna get in the kit. So it's all complete. All you gotta do is put it on there. However, you do have to install the brackets. Not fun, but super easy to do. They have a hole in them to allow the water, so it's kind of like a drip edge, to basically go outside of the bed instead of inside of your bed. So it's gonna be waterproof, watertight. Got some brackets. I'm gonna install those really quick. I'll show you guys how I plug all that in. But the biggest game changer on the reason why I picked this bed cover is because I can lift this entire bed cover up, so I can essentially use, I don't know, what, 98% of my bed. I'm gonna go ahead and install it just like that, and then we'll go ahead and take our brackets and just simply bolt it all in. So it took me about 3 minutes to install this side. It was super easy. We have the clamps, kind of double backed, one on this side, one in here, and then of course we're gonna have 3 brackets, 1, 2, and 3 that basically bolt this to the bed rail. That's it, guys. It's that simple. Take the one that's closest to the cab, go ahead and slide it all the way as forward as possible till it stops. Just like that. So you're gonna have your hole here, and this little tube right here is going to vent outside, just like that. Just go ahead and work it through. Go ahead and take your slider, go ahead and run it through the guide rails right there. Kind of doing this with one hand, guys, bear with me. Just loosen this up a little bit so we can get this to go in there. There you go. Just tighten it up. So you're gonna go ahead and take this piece on the back, slide it down so you guys can see the hole. Take your other slider bracket, slide it through, line it up, and then simply run your other bolt in there, tighten it up. Once you've installed the bolt, go ahead and lock that in place, and you are good to go. Everything is done. We're gonna go ahead and put the tonneau cover on right now. So now that we have that on there, go ahead and take that rubber flap, drape it over the end, take your carriage bolt, go ahead and install it right there, and then get up underneath there, take your wing nut, tighten everything up, and then we'll go ahead and connect it right here to this rod. Yeah, I'm pumped. Everything is completely installed. Let's go ahead and see how this works out. So first off, We're gonna disconnect it from the latches. This is super clean. Very nice. And then lift it up. You're gonna have these little bottom latches here. Just gonna squeeze them like that just to release it so you can lift it up. So now that it's lifted up, I'm gonna go ahead and take my rod right there, latch it on like that, and it's in the upright position. We're gonna do this to the other side as well. And again, the only time I'll ever use this is if I'm needing all of my bed. Not all of it, because we do have this much right here. I don't know how much, what is that, 3 inches? So yeah, we'll just say 98% of the bed will be used for the tonneau cover, but if you ever need to travel that way, you can. That's kind of where I'm getting at. Really neat option. Huge deal for me. This is going to serve a huge purpose for me. No longer do I have to remove my tonneau cover off of my truck anymore. This is awesome. So slide that forward, release it, put it here. See how it just locks in like that? This is awesome. Locks in, and then again, locks in. Nice and low profile, sits nice and flush. I think we're winning. Boom, done. You know, Rough Country just comes out with a great product. They've really upped their game over the years. I love their stuff. I actually went with their rims too. These rims look sweet. But either way, just trying to deck the truck out, trying to make it easier for me when I'm traveling, my lifestyle, things like that. But I'm done with that. I know that this video has nothing to do with my Duramax, but hey, who knows? That might actually help somebody out. Man, we've gotten a lot done today. Wow, unreal. So we did bumpers, we did tonneau cover, we did light wiring, which took me a while. Of course, we had to get the fitment correct on the front bumper, but we made it. We made it here. You guys saw there in the beginning of the video, we had the giant tires. Cannot wait to finish that lift kit video. Stay tuned for that, seriously. If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. I am so pumped about this series. But one more thing before I lift this truck, let me know in the comments if you want to see a video like this. But I want to do a comparison, gas versus diesel. I mean, like, here's like a 20 rolling all the way to the ground. Dude, I mean, this Vortec moves, man. I'm already at 60. I mean, that thing moves for a pickup. I'm not saying it's gonna beat my Duramax, no way. But I do want to get your guys' feedback on this gas build. I'm not gonna do these all the time on the channel. I just figured, you know what, I haven't done one. I wanna do something different. Of course, I already have the daily driver. It's not lifted, but this truck, man, I wanna put it up to the sky. I wanna compare it with pulling my 38-foot camper travel trailer. I'm curious to see what the difference is between half-ton and 3/4 ton. I'm sure it's night and day, but I know some people say, you know, you don't really need a diesel for what you're doing. And you know what? Sometimes I agree, sometimes I don't. I guess it just depends on what you're doing. But future stuff in my brain that I'm thinking, I want to do some performance mods, exhaust, tuners. Load it up in the comments. Some of you guys that know more about this stuff than me, let me know what I should do. What is the direction on this truck when it comes to tuning? And before I close out on this one, depending on when you're watching this, we are just 3 short days away from closing out the turbo giveaway contest. So if you win, you get to pick any turbo of choice, just like Earl spoke about here in the beginning of the video. I did look up how many people participated, and so far we are at 160 people. So your odds of winning one of these turbos is actually pretty good. So get on the website, purchase something. I'll go ahead and get it shipped out as soon as I possibly can. We're gonna close this thing out and I'll announce the winner. But again, thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me that you guys watch the videos. I really appreciate your support as always. We'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned.